Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Twisted K here with a new game. Startup Company came out yesterday, August 11th on Steam. You can pick this up for just $10. It's on early access, so it's kind of in beta right now. The developer is currently still working on it, fixing bugs, adding new features. But it seems like a pretty neat little game. I love management type games and tycoon type games, which is kind of what I've started kind of focusing this channel around already. And I wanted to take a break from the car mechanic simulator stuff. Still playing it on my own, but until I level up some more and unlock some cooler things, I just want to take a break from that and find something new. And this little thing fell in my lap. So for just $10, you can get this brand new, spanking new game on Steam. And I don't know what to expect, honestly. I mean, it's $10, so you could get nothing for your money, or you could get a surprisingly large amount of content. But from what I understand, the basic premise of this game is that you take on the role of a CEO of your own company. From the screenshots and the trailer and some videos I've seen on YouTube, it looks like you focus primarily as a software-based company or a technology-based company, putting components together, creating servers, creating software platforms and things of that nature. So really, really cool stuff. And very akin to a game I myself have had some ideas of creating that would kind of expand on that and implement extra types of industry, not just software or just tech, but other industries as well, like agriculture and textiles and things of that nature. But enough about me. We're going to dive right into Startup Company. As I said, I have not touched this game yet. I just bought it today, and I don't know what to expect, but I'm super, super excited. So without further ado, let's jump on in. So to get started, enter a name for your company below. Alright, how about Twisted Tech? Oh, how about Twisted Tech Incorporated? This already gives kind of like a game dev tycoon type vibe. Just from the isometric angle of the camera, the HUD already is vastly different. But I'm really curious to see if there are any similarities between those two. And if you haven't played Game Dev Tycoon, I do recommend you go pick that up. I had a lot of fun with it. I thought the pacing was a little but like there's so much stuff you can do and only so little time to do it, just like in real life. But definitely recommend that game still. But we start here at our company, small little startup. You got our HUD. You have all the play buttons. Looks like a fast forward, standard play, pause, money up here. We got a notification that we've received new email. Looks like a total of 4, maybe 4. We got one flashing new email up there. And show the company profile. Got some menu items down here. We'll probably get to experiment with later and learn more about. As there's probably going to be a tutorial or something. Great product. You can zoom in at various levels. And we are positioned perfectly next to a bagels, coffee, and donut shop. So, I mean, what more could you ask for, really? But we start here at the finance screen. The maximum amount of active loans is 3 at once. All loans can be paid instantly when you have the money without additional cost. So we've got Easy Money, Global Loans, and Fever Incorporated. Looks like the names of our loaners. So do I have to take a loan? I don't have any transactions. This is our budget. We have a 30-day budget. Last 30 days. Alright, so I guess we have to take out a loan immediately. Yes, no? Let's take a look at this. We got an email from Jonas. Welcome to Startup Company. Hi there. Welcome to the Startup Company beta. As the game is under constant development, the amount of tips and hints are greatly reduced. This means you have to learn a lot yourself. That's not a bad thing. I kind of like when games don't hold your hand. To get you started, here's a few hints to get your company up and running. First thing, go to the finance view and take a loan. We do have to take a loan. Hire a sales exec to generate contracts. To complete your first contract, you need to hire a developer and develop the required components. I hope you'll have fun. Feel free to reach out as always. Best, Jonas. Alright, so that's our first email given to us from the actual developer of the game itself. And from what I've been reading on Steam reviews, the developer is super actively Twitch streams the development of the game, and is pretty quick at responding to concerns about the game and bug fixes. So that's awesome. It's always awesome to see it. It's a small dev team. Like, I think it might literally be just the one guy. And it always impresses me, the people who are good at the programming aspect and the art aspect. I really do envy that type of personality and that type of intelligence. Because I myself tend to lean more heavily towards programming and things of that nature, and I can come up with ideas and design concept, but to actually create these graphics, I mean, they're simple shapes, yeah, but I mean that would just take me forever just to create this little cart down here, to figure out how to put all that together and make the shading correct and all that. But anywho, we got to go to the finances tab and we got to take ourselves out a loan. We're going to get this $40,000 loan. It's a 365-day plan at 30% interest with a daily cost of $128.20. So over the lifetime of the loan, we'll actually have to pay back $46,793. Such is the reality of loans. You're always gonna pay back more than you took out. Otherwise, the bank would have no reason to give out loans if it was just simply breaking even. So we're gonna take this loan out. Yes, we would like that loan. Small loan of $1 million. Oh, that's cute. That is cute. So we got an achievement, and I don't know if you keep up with politics, or American politics specifically. Our current president was kind of blasted early on, kind of made a bit of a fool of himself when he tried to talk about kind of being one of us, or one of the regular people, regular Joe, and talked about his father giving him a small loan of $1 million, and he had to scrape and grind and turn that into something else. So that's where they drew that from. So that's kind of humorous. And you learned a little bit about American politics today if you're not from the States, or you just don't pay attention at all to it. But anyway, we got our $40,000 loan. Congratulations with your new loan. This is from the lender. The requested loan of $40,000 have been transferred to your bank account. Payments will happen automatically starting from tomorrow. So starting tomorrow, we're going to be paying like that $128. So there's that. Now the next thing he said, we needed to hire an executive. We need to recruit a sales executive so we can start bringing in contracts that will actually start producing things. And we can choose beginner, intermediate, and expert levels, but right now we are a tier 1 company. That's what that means, a T1. We are tier 1, so we can only hire beginner level. Let's see, duration defines how long a recruitment session will be running. The longer, the more candidates, but also increases the price. So let's run, let's see, at 1 day it's going to cost us $1,760. 3 days is going to cost us $5,280, and 7 days is going to take $12,000. That's kind of a bit big of our budget, I think, to be starting off. So I think a modest 3 days will give us a decent amount of candidates, and also cost us a more manageable amount. So let's go ahead and start recruiting. Recruiting sales executive. Time left 24 hours. Game is paused. So we gotta play. There we go. So that's gonna run. And maybe we should fast forward this, but let's go and take a gander. Oh, I deleted that email. Look at that. Oh, we got some applicants here. So we can kind of start looking at these and start, okay, we're going to come in here pretty quickly. Increase your WER by purchasing more items for the office or enabling benefits. Okay. So let's take a look at this. We've got a sales executive. I'm not exactly sure what all these mean. Is their initial? This is what's going to cost me to begin with? 131%, 130%. I'm not sure what those mean. But we're just going to let this run. Let's go ahead and fast forward. And we'll see what our total number of applicants. Oh, they even has a day-night cycle. That's nice. I wonder if they'll include things like people breaking into your office overnight and stealing things, or like if you anger some activists, they break in and they trash your place. That might be a nice idea for a mod. I've never gotten into mods too much myself, but maybe I have to start, messing around with games and start maybe making my own mods or something. Just practice. Let's see, how long is this gonna run? I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so they do have a countdown. Let's go ahead and pause that real quick. Each of these applicants does have a countdown, is when they will I guess their application will expire. So we either pick them or, you know, look for someone else. So we got 12 candidates right now. It's 7 a.m. Let's go ahead and see if we can't find someone out of this list. I don't know what these percentages mean. That would be a nice thing to be able to know. But I'm going to assume that having a high number of percentage is good at this point in time. So, and I'm going to assume this is their cost. So we want to find someone with a nice size percentage, but they, you know, with an acceptable cost. So Dolly McCoy here, 133%, $6,264 salary or like hiring fee, I'm not sure. But this person down here at 131% only wants $4,700. I think we're gonna take her. I think. Let's take a look and see if there's anybody else that really sticks out to us here. And to me, no. I'm gonna hire her right now. So we're just gonna do that. And there's 1 hour left on that, but we're just gonna go ahead and cancel. And let's go ahead and play. Alright, so we've hired a new employee. Grand. That is awesome. Now we just have to figure out what to do. Probably have to purchase a desk for them. Let's see, where should we put you? I wonder if it's going to be important how we maximize our space in this game. So if we press R or right click to rotate items. Okay, so that will rotate each item of 90 degrees clockwise. So let's go ahead and start you. I don't know, I kind of like this view. Let's go ahead and start you in this corner. Perhaps, maybe with a little space. You know, we'll have you facing the front here. Put you right up against the wall. Some space behind you. And, you know, we might want to put in some plants or something, but let's put you in the corner. Click this icon here, and we will select her. So she wants $4,700 a month. I don't know what that means. How fast this employee completes tasks compared to others. 100% is considered average. Okay, so she completes things 31% faster than the traditional or average worker. And we got her for a pretty good price, I think. So I feel we've made a pretty important first business decision with our sales executive here. So we're going to select her, and this brings up this screen. So we've got contract type. Can we play around with this at all? Auto repeat, search time 2 hours, search time increase when you activate more filters. You need to attach this employee to a manager to be able to activate auto repeat. Okay. New schedule. We need an HR manager controlling this employee to change their schedule. So you can actually change their working hours. Wow, that's pretty sweet. And then that of course has effects on the exhaustion and the total mood decrease per day. And these are her stats. She's a beginner. And when we get to tier 5, we can make this upgrade. And we can either, I wonder what that will do for her as an employee, upgrading her from beginner to intermediate, or firing her and hiring an intermediate employee instead. But there's our base speed of 131% with an office bonus of 1%, giving her a total productivity rating of 132%. So that's pretty nice. Remove from desk, send on vacation, and dismiss or fire. Okay. So let's go ahead and tell her to search for a contract. She's going to go ahead and do that. I wonder if that has to do with... There we go. So that's happening. Searching, searching, searching. Clickety click, clack, clack, clack on the keyboard. And boom, we got ourselves a contract. So a new contract is awaiting your response. Let's see what it is. The following contract is awaiting your acceptance. Please notice that declining a contract will generate a 30-day cooldown period for that specific company. Alright, so our first contract here is that 1 modules from The Tube at a fixed price of $1,600 and $200 per hour, medium urgency, 8 production hours it's going to take us, and a level 1 beginner encryption component. Alright, so let's go ahead and accept that. We got 26 hours to accept that. And if we were to ignore it, or like decline it, then The Tube would not give us a contract for 30 days, a cooldown period for them. So let's go ahead and accept that contract. and we'll have the choice of canceling it at a cost of $533 or delivering for $1,600. And now our countdown begins, so we need to get working on this component. So what we've got to do now, I'm going to pause. Oh, that's our contract screen. Is we're probably going to want to hire ourselves a developer or like a designer. Let's go ahead and take a look at what our options are. Oh, and I was right. You can buy plants, and that's going to give you like an office bonus and just help improve the overall atmosphere of the company. Can I get rid of these? Do I have to click on all of them? Yeah, I guess I do have to click on all of them. Alright, so can we get... Click. Get rid of these. Alright. So now if we recruit... I wonder if there's a screen where I can say, you know, what I need. Friend book, the tube, etc. No framework. Framework increases how many features a product can include. Okay, so this is if we complete, I guess, our own product. Huh. Alright. Well, that's neat. Eventually we'll get to complete our own products. We have our list of competitors here. So even though they are competitors, you know, it's like in real business, you may have to, you know, contract with the competitor to get a part or a product made that you simply can't produce as effectively as they can. That's the reality of the situation. But it doesn't mean that they're, you know, any better than you or that got a leg up on you in all aspects. I like a lot of these names that are named after very popular websites and services that currently exist. Let's go ahead and see what all do we have to do here in order to create this. I'm assuming we're going to have to hire a developer of some type, so let's go ahead and go recruit a developer, and that's really the only other option that we've got. So we're going to go ahead and look for a beginner developer. Let's go ahead and just do it one day, because we kind of started getting a lot of candidates after the 3 days. Let's go ahead and start recruiting that. I'm going to play, going to run that. And we're just going to view them as they come in, however long that takes. I like this HUD similarity to this other game I've been thinking about picking up, Shenzhen I.O. It's been out for a while, and it's a pretty complicated electronics-based puzzle game from Zachtronics. I've just been bouncing back and forth, like trying to decide if I want to buy this game or not. It looks like so much fun, and I've played their TIS 100. I haven't beaten it, but I work in electronics myself, and it seems like it'd be a lot of fun. I get to play engineer for once. But back to present things. We've got our first two candidates, our first two applicants, you might say, for our developer position. And our developers are probably, on the average, going to expect more pay. We passed over another night. Look at that. Look at her working tirelessly throughout the night. I like that. But we're going to keep on waiting. See if more developers apply to our, you know, our recruitment. We got another one, 102%, 4608, 107%, 4429. She's expensive. That girl right there is very expensive. Might actually end up taking Connor here. I like to find like these mid, like just above 100% and with like a median salary expectancy. Because what's our contract looking like here? We got 11 hours left. Oh, okay, alright. We need to go ahead and hire ourselves a candidate. So we're going to go ahead and grab Connor Ball here. Hire him up. Get rid of these ones. Alright, and we're also going to go ahead and purchase a desk. We're going to put you right here. Right here against the wall. I'm not sure if I want to put everybody facing like the same way, or how I want to lay this out just yet. I might put the developer over here. Yeah, put the developer over here. And then select you. And we want you to build this. Encryption component. Are you sure you want to research encryption component for $1,000? Yes. I'd like to do that. And again, the same thing, I would have to hire a HR manager in order to control these working hours and things of that nature. Let's go ahead and see what this does. Let's jumpstart the day here. Get rid of these. Okay, alright, cancel, please. I don't need any more. I got my dev. I don't need any more. So you're idling. Idling. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. Yeah, 'cause I don't think we're gonna make our first contract. I think we just blew it. No, we're gonna lose money on our first contract. But that's okay. Living is learning. So we're gonna take a bit of a reduction in payment on this contract. Oh, looks like our developer might be kind of stuck. Or is it? What's going on? Oh, cancel. Okay, so we're kind of a day behind. It's completely unacceptable. Is this how you do business? We hereby cancel contract number 1. Do not expect more business. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. But we're gonna go ahead and finish that. So we failed our first contract. A little lost as to how exactly we go about doing the actual production, so that's on me. But it looks like the following contract is awaiting your acceptance. So 1 modules from Friendbook at a fixed price of $1,600, $200 per hour, 8 production hours. They want 1 encryption. We have that. So let's go ahead and accept and deliver that immediately. Alright, so we got 96 XP and $1,600 payout. Close that and go ahead and tell her to search for a new contract. And when we hire a manager, we'll actually be able to have her auto-repeat this contract search. And then end up actually maybe doing less contract work and focusing more on our own products. So you want an encryption as well, same price, Amazon. Alright, so I'm going to get you working on that. Please begin making 1 of those. Jump start to the start of the day. He is currently working on that. And you can only look and work with 1. You can only look for and work for 1 contract at a time. So it's not like we can queue contracts up. So that's about 50% completed. Take a look at our contract. We have 5 hours left on that. We might make it. New employee type unlocked. We've upgraded to tier 2. And we've unlocked the ability to get a designer. Designers produce graphical components for building products. We've also unlocked some nicer furniture. We can put around the office later on. Keep playing. Keep making that component. We might actually have to bring in a new developer in order to make this work here. Alright, that's done. Boom! We just made it. 2 hours left on that. Alright, so there are currently no contracts. Okay, so we're going to have to hire some contracts. We might actually want to hire another developer. Let's go ahead and play. Just keep that running. We're going to go ahead and hire ourselves another developer. So do that. Start recruiting. Let's jump to the start of the day here. Tell her to search for a new contract. Alright, okay, we got all kinds of stuff going on here. Got some developers who want to work for us. I already like the look of Max Burns here. 91%, so he's a little under the average. 117%, 45, 42. She's at 111%. She wants more. I'm not gonna go for that. Alright, what kind of contract do you have for us here? So the following contract is awaiting your acceptance. Ooh, we're gonna need to get a graphic designer in here. So what we need to do is get this out of the way. We need to go ahead and hire ourselves another... Hire Max here. Where'd Max go? We're gonna hire Max. And then cancel this recruitment. Start recruiting for a designer. Also get ourselves another desk. Put him right next to our other developer. And we're gonna start working on... Do we need an encryption component? We need an encryption component. I guess they can't. Can they work in tandem? I'm not sure if they can work in tandem. Candidates. We got some designers here on board, ready to go. I really don't want to hire any designers over like $5,000, so I'm thinking I'm going to take him. He doesn't seem to want too much. So get that done. Cancel that. Go ahead and purchase another desk. We're going to move the design department. Start creating our own little design department. Right here against this wall. Put you there. You want to create one basic beginner graphic component. Okay. Jump start to the day here. So we are working. 11%. Okay, so they don't work on the same component. So that's going to be important when managing efficiency and time. Right, so we got that. And we might make it with the encryption component. I think we will. It looks pretty close. It's going to be close, but I think we're going to make it. And we got it. So 3 hours left for the deadline. At an initial price of $2,400, no past due fees, gained 144 XP, and we got a total payout of $2,400. So this is pretty sweet so far. I like this. We can kind of start having them build up these components as well, which isn't a bad idea to start building up these components. I guess it's alright, so go ahead and have you search for a new contract. And you can either jump straight to the next day, or you can spend these downtimes managing other things. So let's see, what do we got? We don't have the money really to pay that loan back. We might just let it keep auto-paying. But you can already start to see our last 30 days of transactions and our next 30 days of expected expenses for the office rent, the loan, and our employees. Everybody's doing well. Looks like everybody kind of starts at different times. And I assume when we get an HR department, we'll be able to actually make things more uniform. And this is our company profile here. And eventually we can actually give our employees benefits, we can upgrade our building, all kinds of good stuff. Alright, so we got a new contract available. So we want to do 2 modules from eBay at a fixed price of $1,600. We want 2 design components, so we'll accept that and get you working on another design component. And of course we can super fast forward this. Look at those hands go. Look at those hands. That's impressive. Alright, now let's see what... Oh! What did I do? Oh, so if you just click on them, you can actually just move them. Oh, okay. Oh, that's during the nighttime you can do that. Very interesting. But I think we can deliver on this contract now. Get ourselves a little bit more money. Let's see. So we're going to have to research for these components eventually. But it doesn't take long to do that. And then you see there the production time. And I already have 2 components for that. I wonder if it pays to start researching and working on these components. We're actually working on another basic design component. Go ahead and search for a contract. Meanwhile, maybe, yeah, we got 2 of those. I feel like that's going to be good enough. I don't want to start over, extending our resources. Oh, something new's happened. We got tier 3 unlocked. And now we've unlocked a manager. Basic manager used to control all kinds of production employees. Managers give employees a speed bonus. And we've also unlocked a new benefit, small retirement plan. Ensure the future of your employees by putting money into their retirement savings. And we got a couch. So that's fun stuff. I'm not sure if we can afford a manager at this point in time. Alright, so we need... The Tube has brought forth another contract, low urgency, giving us 56 hours to complete this project. And they want 2 basic design graphic components, and they want 1 encryption component, which is great because we already made 2 of those up. We learned our lesson the first time. Just go ahead and accept that. And I think you're still working on that graphics component. Yes, I think we can go ahead and turn that in. Oh, we need to make another one. Alright, so you go ahead and make another one of those. Keep on working. Go ahead and start making another one of those bad boys there. And it's nighttime now, so we can actually spend our time researching this whole new manager position. Take a look at that. So we can actually look for a manager now. Same thing. Still below tier 5, so we're still working on beginners. And I'm not sure right now if I want to spend more money. I don't know if it might not even be that big of a speed boost at this point in time. Let's look at our stats. Just 50% mood. Productivity has gone down pretty significantly. Let's get you working on something else here. UI component, back-end component. I just don't want to extend our resources too heavily. Tell you what though, let's go ahead and work on a back-end component. It takes 4 hours to build. You go ahead and build us up another UI graphic component. Go ahead and deliver that. Get that money in here. I think she's actually not happy when she's happy when she's working. Could be wrong. She could need a vacation. He's happy. Is she gonna cheer up a little bit? I'll turn that frown upside down. Might want to send her on vacation here after she gets us another contract. Alright, so you're idling. You're working on that back end. Look at that. Look at that. So, the Tube wants another module from us, or another product from us with two modules. I guess they want 2 individual items from us. They don't want a product. They don't want another component. It is just 2 components. In order for 2 components, 24-hour contract, high urgency. They want a back-end component and they want an encryption component, and I already made them. Ah, look at that. So what we'll do is actually send you on vacation. 3 days. It would increase the employee's mood to 100%, but you can't use the employee until they're back from vacation. So we'll confirm that, and we'll send you on vacation too, because you're pretty upset. You look pretty bummed out. So we'll confirm that, and then we will turn this contract in. Biggest contract we've gotten actually so far. Have you make... Oh, okay, so each employee has to do the research. You have to spend $1,000 to do the research. Have you make another... We'll do back-end component for you as well. And our graphic designer can actually work on a wireframe. Sounds like a pretty good expense of our time. Expenditure? I'm not sure what the proper way to word that. I think after we get our next contract, I'm probably going to cut the video and end it. I don't want to get too long. I don't want to go too far ahead. This is actually an absolute blast. You got serious time management. You're under the gun. You got to make your decisions on the fly. Still got girl on vacation, so no contracts. Make another backend. Oh, not another backend. Make another encryption component. You go ahead and build us up another basic graphic component. And maybe we should start looking at a manager, possibly. Let's do a one-day search for managers. Marcus Parks applied. Got a lot of applicants here. Yeah, managers are fairly expensive, it seems. That makes sense. But I think we will go ahead and get this girl right here, Della Moss, 123%. Again, for that sweet spot under 5,000. So cancel that. Get rid of everything else. And we will go ahead and bring in our new employee. We get ourselves a desk. Put our manager here. Perhaps to watch everything, or maybe put them dead center. Yeah, let's put them dead center. So the manager is now dead center. Select which employees you want this manager to control. As soon as employee is under a manager's command, new features will be available for each employee. Okay, so you can have one manager in charge of 3 employees. So we'll put her in charge of the sales exec, one of our developers, and then the designer. Bonus per employee. Yeah, okay. We'll do 1 developer and 1 designer. Or actually, we'll have her manage the sales and developer departments. That sounds like a pretty good idea. I'm not sure what all that means. So you get a manage. Okay, so that's just going to boost their overall productivity. That's awesome. So you're idling right now. What do your stats look like? 61%. We're going to build another wireframe component. So we should be getting our employees back from vacation soon-ish. Quickly losing money. We need to get some contract rolling in here fast. Looks like they got about 1 more day of vacation. Maybe work on that. Look at those hands. That's impressive. Like, my God. Okay, so our executive is back from her vacation, and we can now also have her auto repeat. Now that we have a manager, she can auto repeat her search for contracts every 2 hours. Now, I'm not sure if that means we can bring in multiple contracts at a time, but we're gonna find out. So we'll have her search. We'll back out of this and start playing. Go ahead and start working on another one of these. Even up our... Okay, so we've got ourselves contract opportunity. And we want to work for Read It. $30,960. High urgency, just a 24-hour job. They want 1 backend component and 1 encryption component, which we already have built up in stock. So we'll go ahead and get that immediately. Have her search for another one. We need to finish that encryption component, and then we will get you on a vacation. Oh, we need 1 backend component, 1 wireframe component, and 1 encryption. Low urgency, so we got a lot of time to work on that. Hold on, what all do we need for that? We need a back-end component. We do not currently... Oh, I moved my employee again. Need to get a back-end component going. These happen so fast. It's like... You don't really have... It just hits you so quickly. happy again all of a sudden. These guys are like, they bounce back and forth between happy and sad. It's like, what are your stats look like right now? At 51% though, your mood is dropping. Finish that encryption component, you go take yourself a vacation. Finish, alright, you go on vacation. Yes. And your stats looking pretty low as well, you need to go on vacation. We're going to deliver on that contract. So she's automatically going to search for contracts now, so I don't have to micromanage that so much. Alright, so we've got 1 blueprint, 1 graphics, and yikes, they want 3 backends. 3 backend contracts. It's kind of a bummer I can't hold off on it until I can get my resources in line, but such is the nature of business. You go ahead on vacation. Probably gonna need you. Okay, you're working on back end, and it takes 4 hours to create. So we have 1 in the bank, and we need 2 more. So we need 8 hours worth of programming to create our back end components, and we should make it just fine. And it's going to be a really huge contract for us. Let's go ahead and play. Let's go get those hands freaking flying, mister. Hands are flying. Make it. Okay, so you're making another one, but you have to obviously clock out. Clickety clack clacks are there. Alright, you just can stop making. Oh, you are on auto repeat. That's how that works. That's really cool. You can just constantly queue up. Oh, let me deliver this. Let me deliver that before we lose all this money. So we delivered that contract for almost $6,000 and got pretty nice XP from it. Now let's pause. Pause. So now that I have our manager watching both developers and the manager can auto search for contracts. I don't have to constantly tell her when to search. And I can now have my programmers automatically build these components up. So you could get to a point where you have so many developers and designers, like each one is working constantly on the same component over and over and over again. So that's really, really cool. I think what I'm going to do is stop the video and call this, just call this to an end. Startup company, brand new game just came out. Get it for $10 on Steam. A lot of fun so far. Super fast paced. I love it. I wasn't expecting such a fast paced game. Already much faster paced than Game Dev Tycoon and really any other kind of simulation tycoon game I've played before. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit the like button. Let me know. And in the comments, also tell me what you're enjoying, what you want to see. If you dislike the video, let me know as well. And let me know how I can help out. How can I improve? And until next time, thank you for watching.